It's the speech of the convention and the speech of his political life. Mitt Romney is starring at the Republican Party convention to accept his party's presidential nomination. As well as impressing the thousands within the convention hall in Florida, Mitt Romney needs to persuade millions outside that he is a credible alternative to Barack Obama. Let's go to US correspondent Lisa Millar, who's in Washington. So Lisa, he has a big job on his hands.
He certainly does, Ros. He needs to show people there's a deep man beneath the surface. While he gets the ticks for being a credible candidate on the economic side of things, he just keeps failing those likability tests, and that's what he needs to show. He's had a few warm-up acts tonight, though, before coming on stage. People trying to soften the edges. He's had it all week. In fact, this is what this Republican convention was aiming to do, to try and reveal the man that voters can feel happy voting for, not just because they're confident he might be able to fix the economy, but because they actually like him as a man.
And a surprise guest just turned up, that's Clint Eastwood.
Yes, Dirty Harry himself. He even managed to sneak in and make my day. He's 82 years old now. The Hollywood superstar has been a long-time Republican supporter. In fact, he was at a US summer fundraiser at his house in Idaho that he held for Mitt Romney, where they raised $2 million. So certainly he's been there for a while and came out tonight to warm up the crowds. Let's have a little listen to him.
There's 23 million unemployed people in this country. And now that is something to cry for, because that is a disgrace, a national disgrace, and we haven't done enough, obviously. This administration hasn't done enough to cure that. Now it may be time for somebody else to come along and solve the problem.
So, Lisa, is it yet clear how this convention has been received in America? Has it boosted the Republicans yet in the polls or not?
One of the things that this convention is different from 4 years ago, Ros, is the television coverage. The major networks are only showing 1 hour per night, not even across the entire week. That's why Ann Romney's speech was moved so it could squeeze into that network time. So really the question is, who is out there watching? Have they managed to get the audiences that they want? They're not worried about all the fans and supporters who are inside that arena. They know they've got their vote. What they need are the independents, those who are undecided, who are still wondering whether they will go Democrat or Republican. The parties always get a bounce out of these conventions. Sometimes it lasts for a week, sometimes for longer. It will take a little while to see just how successful the Republicans have been in being able to redefine this candidate that they've had worries about. I mean, you know, remember months ago we were talking about the fact they were looking for anyone but Mitt. Well, they've got Mitt. He's there tonight. This is all about trying to create that level of excitement about the candidate to ensure that they then get those undecided voters out and get them voting for Republicans.
Lisa, we're looking at live pictures at the moment of Florida Senator Marco Rubio, who's billed as the warm-up act for Mitt Romney, who will be making his appearance very soon, I guess. Looking ahead, it's Barack Obama's turn next week with the Democratic convention. What can we expect from that?
Well, so far, no storms. North Carolina, Charlotte is the city where they'll be holding it. It's actually a shorter convention than the Republicans, although the Republicans was condensed in the end courtesy of Hurricane Isaac. But we'll see a former president, Bill Clinton. He'll be one of the keynote speakers. It also begins on the Labor Day public holiday weekend, so they're very much aimed at bringing in the public to the Democratic convention. And in fact, on the final night, when next week we're talking about Barack Obama making the final address at the convention, it will be done in a massive sporting stadium, which is what he did 4 years ago at the convention, and it worked so well. They gave away tickets to people in the city, not just the party faithful, and they felt that it worked so well back then, they're going to do it again. So the first 2 days will be in a convention centre, as we're seeing with the Republicans. The final day, though, they moved to this massive sporting stadium where Barack Obama will accept the party's nomination in front of tens of thousands of, hopefully for them, cheering fans.
All right, we'll leave the United States for now. Lisa, thank you.